and welcome to Philadelphia. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, as an East Coast guy, you've traveled the globe. You can appreciate the thirst and passion of these fans.
There's no doubt about it. It lives here in Philadelphia. And how about only a couple of years ago, this team had just won 28 games. Now we're talking about them potentially winning an NBA championship.
They've waited a long time, and now perhaps comes the reward. Philadelphia controls the tap. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question marks with Toronto, Kawhi Leonard, does he really want to be there? Changing up their coach, what's going on with that franchise? And the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
It's Wall. The screen sets him up for 2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
From the painted area, won't go down. Joel Embiid, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Philadelphia with the basketball to Embiid. Simmons. Off the assist.
Now that the process has been established, it's going to be fun to see how much better Joel Embiid can be this season. Everybody heard about his arduous offseason workout program, but the thing I love about him the most, he always works on his game, even if he's dunking on random fans on vacation.
Wall to Howard. Turns and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Simmons into the front court. Down just a couple. Jay, it's a huge question in Philadelphia. What can Markelle Fultz be in his second NBA season?
He could be a former #1 pick in the NBA draft. He can still be a star. I don't think any of his shooting woes had to do with that shoulder injury last season. It was mental. It was the yips. He's been getting reps this entire summer with that form, with that rhythm. And if he keeps shooting the ball the way I've seen him shoot out in California, this kid could be a star next year.
Goes 2 for 2. Wall across the timeline. He'll run the offense. To Howard. Amir Johnson knocked it away.
Oh, some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Sixers have the basketball. Butler. To Embiid. Short jumper off the mark. Wall with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Beal to Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Old school equals high percentage.
Into the front court comes Simmons. The score 10-8. Shot from the lane won't go. Wall to Howard. Finger roll, finishing with finesse.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Butler to bring it up. The score 12-8 to Embiid. Nothing going here on that drive. Embiid. to Simmons. Deep left corner. Butler. His first effort off the mark. Into the front court. It's Wall. They lead it. 4-point game. To Howard. Short jumper. Won't fall.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Embiid to Simmons. Now a steal by Washington. Wall to Howard. Finish that. Picked up by the Wizards. Porter to Wall. The drive right to the basket. From the outside, no good. Butler into the front court, trailing by 4. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Wide open look, won't go.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
Porter to Wall. Nothing going here on that drive. John Wall goes to work off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Into the front court comes Wall. Leads 4. Won't go. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. One will perceive that Ben Simmons has already won a championship when that has not been the case. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving. He sent that one to the 3rd row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Sixers recover. Simmons with it. Now down 6. Joel Embiid. 4 out of 7.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
It's Washington with the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. Wall to Porter. Beyond the arc for 3. And Otto Porter, so smooth. Catch and shoot, buries the 3.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
To Embiid. Offensive board. Almost unlucky bounce. Markieff Morris snatching it out of the air. Wall into the front court. His team up by 7. There it is, John Wall. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Dwight Howard sends it away.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First free throw is good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Wall across the timeline. His team on top by 8. To Howard. Joel Embiid sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Simmons. Here comes the screen. To Simmons. Defense making the ball carrier work. Simmons creates the space to bury the 3 on the step back.
This guy has posted 12 triple-doubles in his first full rookie year. That's his second most by any rookie in NBA history while leading his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. But how about this? When's the last time we said the most effective player maybe in the league has a glaring weakness? He was 0 of 11 from the three-point line for the entire year, did not make 1 3-point shot. And how about free throws? He shot 56% from the free throw line. You know who shot better? Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan. But with all that being said, this young man still finds himself in a position to be one of the most dominant players in NBA history.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here comes some changes. Kelly Oubre with a chance at a 4-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. And he misses that one free throw. And scores. Strong take.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Wall with it up top. Up by 6. To Kelly Oubre. Porter. To Kelly Oubre. Nice pass to set things up.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Sixers control it. McConnell to Fultz. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Takes stock of the floor. Knocks it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Into the front court. It's Wall. Up 6. To Porter. Here comes the screen. Oubre. Down to 5 on the 24. Oubre to Porter. Here's a chance from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time. McConnell over to the right side. Nothing going here on that drive. To Embiid. Shot won't go. Wall to Kelly Oubre. Nothing going here on that drive. Oubre to Wall. There it is, John Wall. 3 for 6 now.
John Wall, the new modern-day athlete. He battled the knee injury last season and missed 41 contests after undergoing arthroscopic surgery on that knee, and still one of the fastest guys we have in the league today.
Drive here, but the shot stays out.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
To Wall. Porter to Kelly Oubre. Deep two there, won't go. McConnell knocked loose. Wizards come up with it. Nothing going here on that drive. Here's Wall for two. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Smith with it up top. Margins 8. Dwight Howard pins it. Trying to cash in and buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
The assist from number 2, John Wall.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. It's good to beat the buzzer. He got it off just in time. So count the basket, and they're back within striking distance at the end of the first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Wizards at the controls. Wall to Kelly Oubre. It's Wall. And he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed. When you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble, look at all your options. Number 1, a hezi. You look at the rim. The defender jumps. You blow by him. Number 2, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number 3, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. McConnell to Fultz. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Oh, emphatic slam. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Number 23, Jimmy Butler. Into the game for Washington. Number 1, Austin Rivers.
Fultz. A lot of contact, no whistle.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
To Rivers. 5 to shoot for Washington. Rivers shot there, won't go. Butler to bring it up. 14-point deficit. Washington basketball. Shot from the lane won't go.
Just the thought of coming into the lane amongst the trees, that shot was altered before he even took it.
Here comes the screen. Butler. It's a big finish. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
The assist from
Into the front court comes Wall. The lead is 12 to Rivers. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Fultz into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Wizards grab the rebound. Rivers with the basketball. Up a dozen to Wall. Here comes the screen. Wall guarded by Patton. Goes to the left side. Porter. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen. McConnell to Fultz. Won't go down. Rivers to bring it into the front court. They lead it by 14. It goes down.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Butler into the front court. He'll run the offense. From the outside, no good.
Oh, I see how you're playing this chess match. That's what you keep doing defensively. Keep baiting him and luring him into shooting that jump shot. Exploit him.
Wall guarded by Jimmy Butler. Good. Off a spin.
We got to tell our producer in the truck, you got to tag that highlight.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Butler matched up with Beal. Has a chance. Butler with a shot, no good. Wizards have it. Probing the defense. Shot from in close, no good. Another follows, still no good. Butler to Fultz. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Markelle Fultz at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 47% free throw shooter. Missed it at the line. To Beal. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Markelle Fultz to Butler. Slams it down.
And easy two, get back on defense.
Number 20.
Wall into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. To Beal. Going to launch beyond the arc. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To Butler. Spins and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
That is great vision to set it up. That's off the side of the rim, no good. Fultz to Butler. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Markelle Fultz. He's got 2 shots coming. He struggled so far. And hits the first free throw.
Number 25, Vincent.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Wizards with the basketball. Has a look. Bradley Beal. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Down a bundle to Fultz. Cleans it up.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
To Beal. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Joel Embiid rejects it. Second block in this quarter. Fultz with the basketball. His guys down big. To Embiid. Trying to cash in. Oh, not many 7-footers can pull that off. Embiid with the step back.
Joel Embiid looking to take his game to a completely different level after working out with one of the best trainers in the league this offseason. An all-star for the first time last year, averaging 23 points. Safe to say, no longer trust the process. Joel Embiid is the process.
Scores from the post.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Markelle Fultz to Simmons. To Fultz. 4-3. And he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Here comes the screen. Bradley Beal. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
Bradley Beal, a first-time All-Star last year, averaging just under 23 points per game. Glad to know everybody eats.
To Simmons. Here comes the screen. Simmons. Able to convert inside.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
It's Washington with the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Snared by Embiid. Fultz into the front court. Trailing by 14. to Embiid. Jumper's good.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation whether you like it or not, and he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 23, Jimmy Butler. Stepping in for Washington, number 2, John
Wall gets it in the left corner. To Beal. Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go. The follow won't go either. Butler to bring it up. Down 12. To Fultz.
2 minutes left in the
Butler.
second quarter.
Fires the three. It's Howard the rebound. Wall, tough matchup against Butler. Beal, that's off the side of the rim, short. To Fultz. Can't connect from in close. Wizards at the controls. To Beal. Surveys the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. Beal to Wall. Short jumper stays out.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Butler. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Time for some new personnel into the game.
76ers, number 25, Ben Simmons.
Wall across the timeline. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Beal. Fires the three. That's good D. Shot no good. Philadelphia with the basketball to Simmons. Butler. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
2 points.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Beal matched up with Jimmy Butler. Screen coming.
Screen come.
Has a look. Working hard on the glass. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Deep three at the buzzer. That's it for the first half. The Wizards way out in front.
The Wizards put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Washington Wizards. The 76ers were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Assists.
The Washington Wizards are having a great time out there. When you see players getting their teammates involved and having fun, it's the best way to win. John Wall is the leader among his teammates in dimes.
Player of the half.
John Wall most definitely deserves to be player of the half for the way he distributed the ball. It was an excellent display of court vision and solid passing. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Rivers into the front court. Up a dozen. Shot from the lane won't go.
This team is collectively feeding off their negative energy so far in the second half. Everybody is mad. Everybody is frustrated. Nobody's decided to take the torch and say, hey, look, follow my lead.
Embiid to Simmons. Here comes the screen. Simmons driving, but a shot no good. Washington basketball. Beal to Rivers. Nothing going here on that drive. Austin Rivers. Beal guarded by Jimmy Butler. Bradley Beal, 4 out of 10.
And it's so deflating for the defense when you pick up right exactly where you left off at halftime. That's the kind of energy you need.
Screen coming. Simmons to Butler. 5 on the shot clock. Butler gets a look, can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Sixers have the basketball. Butler. That pass stolen by the Wizards.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open.
Oh, emphatic slam.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
The assist from
Rivers with the basketball. His guys leading by 14 to Beal. Here comes the screen. Beal sizing up Butler to Rivers. Howard, deep left corner. For three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
To Embiid. No good. Beal. And the rebound taken by Chandler. Butler into the front court. He'll run the offense. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Jimmy Butler trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Whoops, that won't go. Beal matched up with Jimmy Butler. To Wall. Short jumper won't go down. Layup goes down. Well done.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Wizards have it. John Wall goes to work. Cleared out by Embiid. To Butler. Simmons. Lets it fly from long range. Pulled in by Porter. Deep two there. Won't go. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Wizards. Slam dunk.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
From the painted area, won't go down. Wall to Porter. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And out of Porter, so smooth. Catch and shoot, buries the three.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
The jumper's off the mark. Trying to cash in, knocks it down. Off the step back.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Butler to Embiid. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Simmons with it. His guys down big. Butler against the five-time All-Star. And look out.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here's Wall for two. Another chance. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
14-year NBA veteran Dwight Howard didn't become the player we all hoped he would become, but still a very serviceable big in this league. Actually, 5th in the NBA in terms of offensive rebounding last year.
To Embiid. Shot clock winding down. Chance for the process. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Until the end of today's game to claim your prize at the customer service desk located near section 104.
New blood coming in for both sides.
Number 28, John Magimbi. Into the game for the 76ers.
Wall.
20.
It's Embiid with the rebound. To Fultz. Won't go. Beal matched up with Jimmy Butler. To Porter. Here comes the screen. To Beal. Has a chance. Doesn't get the bounce. To Embiid. Fultz to Embiid. Scores from the post.
No fading on that shot, strictly up and down.
Fundamentals 101. Wizards with the basketball. Wall to Beal. Here comes the screen. Wall to Beal. From long range, smothering D.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
The assist from number 20, Markelle Fultz.
Beal to Porter. Screen coming. Beal to Porter. Beyond the arc for three. Won't go down. Butler to bring it up. Down a bundle to Embiid. And counted at the rim.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Porter. Ah, the monster stuff.
Everything about Porter is so low-key. No social media, and he's one of the few high-caliber NBA players that manages to stay out of the public eye while producing at an elite level in a number of categories.
No good, but two shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Misses the first.
Substitutions, Washington. Subbing in for the Philadelphia 76ers, number 8.
Missed the second one as well. It's Washington with the basketball. Austin Rivers to Porter.
Right.
Screen coming. Probing the defense. Porter to Rivers. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. Porter. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Rivers to bring it into the front court. They lead it by 14. To Porter. Five to shoot. Porter. Great defense, forcing the miss. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question marks with Toronto. Kawhi Leonard, does he really want to be there? Changing up their coach. What's going on with that franchise? And the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
Austin Rivers. Joel Embiid. Huge block. That's his 3rd block this evening.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Fultz. Markelle Fultz. He's now 4 for 6.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Nothing going here on that drive. Porter. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. To Rivers. Here's a chance from long range. Defense was ready. Tough shot for Austin Rivers. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. The Wizards way out in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. Sixers control it. Markelle Fultz. Shot from the lane won't go. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Porter. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs a guard on the next play down the court.
To Embiid. Has a look. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Free throws coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Can't connect. missed on the first free throw. Missed the second. 0 for 2. Simmons into the front court. Trailing by 14 to Fultz. Here comes the screen. Fultz. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Deep right corner. Simmons. And the rebound taken in by Smith. Wall with it up top. His guys leading by 14. Beal to Wall. Trying to cash in. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. Into the front court comes Simmons. 14-point deficit to Fultz. That's no good. Into the front court. It's Wall. He'll run the offense. That'll be out of bounds. Simmons the last to touch. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Oubre. Wall. To Kelly Oubre. 5 to shoot for Washington. That's a 24-second violation. Simmons. To Embiid. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Markieff Morris with the block. Wizards at the controls.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. To Embiid. To Simmons. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Into the front court comes Wall. Up a dozen. From the painted area, won't go down. Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. To Embiid. Wizards pull down the board. To Wall. Has a chance. Can't connect.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is and we all know he is.
To Embiid. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't go down. Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys trail by 10. To Embiid. Give him 2 points. High percentage. Now the Wizards going to take the timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the fourth quarter.
The difference is going to be the best player on the court. He's a guy that you have to trust in. He has to get the ball. And sometimes as a coach, you need to let go and let your best players do what they do.
make some moves right now.
Philadelphia, number 23, Jimmy Butler.
Wall. To Porter. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Embiid. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. Free throw good to cap off the three-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. Washington basketball. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
John Wall at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 78% at the line. Oops, he missed the first one. Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Simmons with it. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. To Butler. Baseline drive. Jimmy Butler. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there, but see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer, always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
To Porter. Here comes the screen. Wall. The Wizards with 4 to shoot. To Wall. Has a look. Not today. Simmons into the front court. The deficit is 6. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Porter to Wall. To Porter. Trying to cash in. Add 2 points to the board.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Simmons to Embiid. Not that time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Butler. To Embiid. Oh, he missed a short one there. Porter. Now a steal by Philly.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Stepping in for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Butler up against the 8-time All-Star. Has a chance, and he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed. When you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble, look at all your options. Number one, a hezi. You look at the rim. The defender jumps. You blow by him. Number two, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number three, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. Here comes the screen. McConnell. Now a steal by Washington. To Porter. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go. Butler into the front court. Down 8. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
These are missed opportunities. When a guy puts his head down, the help defender closest to the ball, you need to get your hand and scrape inside there. If he has his head down, he can't see you coming from the blind side.
Had a chance, but it's no good. Wall into the front court. His team leads it by 10. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Let's go, boy. Catch me out.
Wall across the timeline. His team on top by 8. He wants it at the rim and scores.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Butler guarded by Howard. To McConnell. To Butler. 5 on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Butler missed it.
I got it.
Wall. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. It's Wall. Not that time. Butler guarded by Morris. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Jimmy Butler trying to cash in on the three-point play. He struggled so far. Got it from the line. To Porter. Short jumper stays out. Fultz with the basketball. The margin standing now at 7. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler. That one off the mark. It's no good. Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul.
Okay, now look over to the sideline and see what the staff is trying to draw up on the next play. That's good clock management thus far.
And they're going to play this one out to its conclusion as we get an intentional foul. That means free throws coming up in what is a 7-point game.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
And he connects on the first free throw. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Fultz into the front court. Margins 8. Markelle Fultz. With that, he's 5 for 9.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
And here's the foul. Right now, it's a 2-possession game. So if he hits 1 or 2 of these, it could be all she wrote.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
Get it, shoot it again.
And gets both to drop at the line.
Oh, yeah, come right back to you.
Trying to cash in and scores. And an intentional foul here in the closing moments, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference in what is now a 2-score game.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. The Wizards are the winners as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
With the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Wizards got the win in a close game. When you're able to get steals like they did here today, it greatly improves your chances of winning. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Washington Wizards. The 76ers finished on the losing end of a close score. They did a great job with their ball movement, forcing the defense to constantly make adjustments. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for the win. Here are the guys who put up the most points. For the Philadelphia 76ers,
Game track. Field goals.
this was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
John Wall could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
And here we've got the upcoming games for the Philadelphia 76ers. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports.